technology is usually depicted as quite scary. Do you think that's the case?
I think, it is, yes. But, I think that there's pros and cons to it. I think two things can be true. It's certainly fun to explore those possibilities in film.
What's your relationship with technology like?
Ever since this movie, I've started looking at my Roomba funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it do a good job cleaning?
It does, but I just keep an eye on it.
Right.
And I don't let two of them be in the same room together.
Why?
For
So
very
they'll
long.
conspire?
I don't know, I feel like they're whispering. They're probably not. It's just,
It starts
might
with
be.
vacuums,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite part talking about a movie that centres around one of the most historic moments in American history is the fact that we've got a Canadian, a Brit, and an Aussie talking about it. All that's missing is a bar, right?
Yeah.
But does it kind of show that this event is sort of so global and it's just not about the actual event? It's so much more than that. It's about Neil and his history and love and loss and sacrifice.
There you go. You asked a great
Please elaborate.
question. That was really good.
Yeah, I think that, look, our focus was on telling Neil and Janet's story. This was a story that somehow had not been told. And, their lives are worth the tribute that this film attempts to pay to it. So that's where our focus was. I mean, I don't want to speak for you.
No, that was where my focus was too.
Being a musical, you get to kind of flex your triple threat muscles.
Oh.
Singing, acting, dancing, and let's even throw in some keys in there too, because why not, right? Using all of these skills in this movie, was that kind of fun for you, or were you outside of your comfort zone a little bit?
I mean, it wasn't. I was outside of my comfort zone for sure, but that's also part of the fun. Is it was a challenge. I had done things like this a little bit in the past. I mean, I grew up as a kid dancing a bit, but 90s hip hop doesn't really translate to soft shoe and waltzing and whatnot. I experimented with instruments, but I never applied myself. So this was an opportunity to sort of really practice and try and learn something.
Well, when you think about it, Blade Runner is all about using replicants to be, in a way, the slaves of humanity, to do all the jobs and tasks that are a little bit too grueling for humans. Roombas are like that. Do you think that it's a smart trajectory for the future to be able to create artificial intelligence to do the jobs that we don't really want to do?
I don't know. I think that there's it seems like right now there's a lot of interesting work being done with artificial intelligence. In some cases, I think they're using them in hospitals to diagnose patients, and they're coming up with diagnoses the doctors had missed and whatnot. So I think that there's definitely seems to be pros to it at the moment. But of course, I think, there's a danger to giving up too much control just for comfort.
There was an article recently that sex robots have the potential to kill people now.
Oh,
That'd be a bad way to go.
thanks for letting me know.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
What was it like working again with Damien, like teaming up again? Because you've just transformed a completely different character this time around. That must have been fun and exciting and extreme.
It was all those things, and more. I mean, even look at this. Like, look at this junket.
It looks like a green screen.
It
That's
looks like a
actually
green
the NASA
screen.
It's
building.
actually there.
Yeah.
Every part of this film, and this is another example of it, has just been sort of beyond the normal experience.
How much was that you on the keys?
It was all had to be me because the director, the way he wanted to shoot those scenes was all in one shot. So there was no way to sneak in a real piano player. So I had to learn in order to help him get those shots.
Are you nurturing that skill? Are you going to continue playing?
I am, yeah.
That's kind of cool. Do you have piano fingers?
What's that?
Piano hands, long fingers, good spread.
They're all right. Are yours? Are you a
I'm
piano player?
supposed to be. No,
Oh.
and this is a waste apparently.
Well, you should do a musical. And
A 1, a 2, a 1. I'm interviewing Ryan Gosling. He's in front of me. We're clicking our fingers and chatting happily. You could jump in at any time. Okay. Working with
Thank
Emma
you for
Stone.
that.
You're welcome.
yeah, woke us up a little bit.
I know that when you're kids, everyone's obsessed with dinosaurs and then you evolve into loving space. Did you have that phase when you were a child that you were just fascinated about the beyond?
I don't think I was in a way that I thought I could understand it, but I definitely used to do, weird things about looking at the sky and stuff. Let's not talk about it. I just loved the night sky. Let's end there.
I honestly, I don't think I really dreamed that big. I think what I'm so grateful to this film for is that it's sort of opened my eyes to those things, and certainly getting to come here and meet people who are either have a history with or are actively involved in space exploration. It's just it's just I feel so grateful.
What I love about this movie as well, and for your career, is that you're finally in a sci-fi movie that is kind of on point with the Geek movie. When you think of a sci-fi movie, it's Blade Runner, and Geek is so mainstream in these days. Do you consider yourself a geek?
What's the definition of? You're using it very candidly, and I guess I'm not sure what the
Usually
the real
geeks
definition is.
are obsessively passionate about particular factions of what is in the geek world, like video games, movies, sci-fi, fantasy.
I think I'm a movie geek.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stone must be a real treat. The chemistry is undeniable there. What is it like going onto set with her?
I'll say I'm glad this was our third film and not our first, because we had a lot to do in this movie with all the singing and dancing and whatnot, and it was very lucky that we had made 2 films together beforehand, because we really could just get to work and hit the ground running.